Alright, so I got Heraldic Beast here. It's the deck we're going to look at today. It's pretty budget, really. Start with, we got 3 copies of Heraldic Beast Leo. Whenever Leo is sent to the graveyard, you can search out a Heraldic Beast monster from your deck and add it to your hand. You can use this effect once per turn. This is pretty awesome because it activates off of pretty much everything. Whether it's, gets sent as Xyz material to the graveyard, you get Leo's effect. You full of shit in the graveyard, you get Leo's effect. You discard it, you get Leo's effect. So he's great. Major pluses off of him. Alright, so 3 copies of Heraldic Beast Aberconway. This guy, if you have 2 of them in your graveyard, you can banish one, and then you can add another Heraldic Beast back to your hand. So a lot of times that's how you get Leo back. Also, he's got 1,800 attack points. The Leo has 2,000. So these are kind of like the basic kind of beaters for the deck. 3 copies of Heraldic Beast Eale. This guy right here leads to extremely fast and extremely good Xyz monsters plays. I'll pull Shockmaster all day with this guy. If you have 2 Heraldic Beast monsters already on your field, you can special summon them. So really, if you have like a Heraldry Reborn in hand, that's 1. Your normal summon is 2, and then you can just pop these out. A lot of times I will search these with my Leo, just to flood my hand with them, which means that I can usually spam out like 2 or 3 all at once. 2 copies of Heraldic Beast Basilisk. After damage calculation, destroy an opponent's monster that battles this card, so that's fun. 2 copies of Heraldic Beast Twin-Headed Eale. Twin-Headed Eale is cool because if you have an Xyz monster on your field, you can banish Twin-Headed Eale and take 2 Heraldic Beast monsters that are in your graveyard and equip them as you overlay them as new Xyz material on a Xyz monster you already have. So I've used this to Shockmaster for 5 turns straight into game, so that's fun. 2 copies of Star Drawing. This is one that I really like Star Drawing, and I don't see a lot of people using it. Really, this is just to give me more pluses to my hand and let me get through my deck and draw a little bit faster. Goblinberg, I run it 2, 1,400 attackers. Whenever he's normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 from your hand. So already with him, I'm going into, lots of my Heraldic Beasts and can go into a quick rank 4 overlay. I can go into my Star Drawing. Star Drawing can be used as a rank 5, but you don't have to. You can use it as a rank 4. So you can you can do this where you normal, special, overlay, get your Xyz monster, and you instantly get a +1 of drawing because of Star Drawing. 1 copy of Photon Thrasher. This is really just because I don't have a lot of high attack power in the deck as far as as far as the main deck monsters go. Really, also, he can special summon himself, and he's a level 4. That's why I went with him over like a Cyber Dragon or something. But he can also just lead to easy Xyz plays really quickly, and the fact that he's a beater is nice. 2 copies of Summoner Monk. Like everybody, all my monsters in here are level 4s. I'm sure you've noticed. So, Summoner Monk is kind of an obvious choice. Also, just like the Goblinberg, Summoner Monk can lead to minuses out of your hand, but with the Star Drawing, it can lead back to the pluses. With the Leo, it can lead to the pluses. So that's really what you're trying to do, like off the Summoner Monk or off the Goblinberg. You're really just trying to Xyz summon with Leo and with Star Drawing as much as possible, just because every time you do, you're getting a plus to draw 1 off of this, or you're going to get to search off an ability with this. Onto the spells. Right now, I've been playing a lot with this. 2 copies of Swords of Revealing Light. This is because, 1, a lot of times I just need 1 Heraldic Beast to live for 1 turn. I don't need 3 turns, I only need 1 turn. But the swords can usually get me the 1 turn that I need, and not being without being attacked. On top of that, it's a giant MST target. Like, okay, so waste your card, waste your MST. This card was gonna go away anyways. I don't care. So yeah, it's a bait. It's a bait card and it's a stall card, and it works great in here with the Summoner Monks because it's an extra spell card. 3 copies of Heraldry Reborn because who doesn't want to run 4 copies of Monster Reborn? This will let you special summon 1 Heraldic Beast monster from your graveyard, just like Reborn will let you special summon any monster from the graveyard. So right there, it's like having 4 Reborns all in your deck at once, and it's so easy to just spam out these monsters. It's ridiculous. 2 copies of Advanced Heraldry Art. Not quite as consistent as the Reborn, just because you have to have 2 in your graveyard, and it'll special summon the 2 of them and then instantly overlay them for a rank 4. So, you know, like, it's really great to, like, you're in a hard position. I've been in a top deck mode and top decked one of these, went into a stroke, and was able to pull my way out of it and get back into the game. So, fun card. 1 copy of Nobleman of Crossout. Okay, so like just a second ago I said, you know, bring out Mistroke. Nobleman Crossout combos so well with Mistroke, in addition to it just being a good card. And it's awesome in a deck where, like, your opponent does start playing defense on you quite a bit because you start dropping Xyz monsters all over the place. Or, you know, if your opponent is blocking you with like a Stardust Dragon or something, it's really nice to be able to flip that monster, there's face down, and just shove a sword right through it. Just like back in the day. Then kind of got the standards. 2 copies of MST, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and then finally, to round out the spells, 1 copy of Foolish Burial. This is like, I've looked at deck lists for Heraldics online and stuff, and for some reason, I seem to be the only one running a Foolish Burial. This is stupid to me. Look, first of all, you get this effect instantly off of a Foolish. So right there, if I have Foolish in my opening hand and I Foolish a Leo, I get my +1 off a Leo, plus I've got 1 already in the grave, which means boom, Heraldry Reborn. Now I've got, you know, 1 on the field and I've got another 1 in my hand I can normal summon. So like you can go into, okay, Reborn, Goblinberg, Star Drawing, overlay all 3, Shockmaster, first turn. It gets ridiculous, and most people don't even realize, like, Foolish is really, really good in this deck. 2 copies of Torrential Tribute. I had 2 Fiendish Chains in here. Might actually switch to running 1 copy of Torrential and 1 copy of Breakthrough Skill. You know, we're still working on the traps a little bit. 2 copies of Bottomless Trap Hole. It's just kind of a staple. 1 copy of Call of the Haunted, and 1 copy of Heraldry Change. This card's not good. This is kind of a bad card, but I run so many Heraldic Beast monsters, and the fact that it can end the battle phase and give me a special summon, it's worth running at 1. You know, it's not a great card. It's definitely not the most versatile card in my deck, but it does get play, it does put in some work, and it hasn't really screwed me over yet. So, yeah, so I'm still using that. Okay, onto the extra deck. Now the extra deck for this is kind of like, I've been calling this a toolbox, the Heraldic Beast toolbox, and that's because there isn't a specific extra deck that you need to run with this. So I'm just going to kind of show you some of the guys we should probably toss in here. For starters, number 8 Heraldic King Gnome Heritage, or Genome Heritage, excuse me. Alright, so here's the deal. First of all, you don't have to detach any materials from this guy in order to use his effect, which is pretty awesome. So you know, if you Heraldic Reborn this guy, you can use his effect. 2400 attack, 1800 defense. Yeah, he ends up being kind of a beater a lot of times, and he really rips apart other Xyz monsters. Don't summon him a ton, so I would recommend running 1, maybe 2 of him, but I wouldn't go above 2. Steel Swarm Roach, great rank 4. 1900 attack, 0 defense, can stop big monsters from spamming your field. That's always awesome. Probably the most famous rank 4, number 39 Utopia. I also combo this with a C39 Utopia Ray. Blocking attacks can be really important actually for Heraldic Beast deck. Like maybe a lot of times you only need to block, like if you can block one attack, you can spam out 5 monsters on your next turn and win. But you know there are those times where you're like, I need that one monster on the field so that I can normal summon the second and spam out Eales or whatever. So yeah. Stroke the Symphony to Jin. This is like one of the best rank 4s in the game. Like, why wouldn't you run this guy? He can protect himself from being destroyed, and more importantly, you can do this really cool effect where you get to flip their monster face down. Once again, combo it with something like a Nobleman of Crossout or a Dark Hole. Wonderful. Okay, Gaga Cowboy. Once again, not really much of a surprise here. Gaga Cowboy is kind of becoming a staple quickly in Xyz decks because it can take down big monsters with this effect, burn people, instantly put monsters in the graveyard. You know, you attach Leo with him, throw it in the graveyard, you burn him for 800, and you get to search right then. Number 16 Shockmaster. I honestly win like so many matches just with this guy. Shockmaster is incredibly easy to summon in this deck. And because he's so easy to summon, I also run One-Eyed Skull Gainer. This is not a great card. Like, you wouldn't run One-Eyed Skull Gainer in just any deck, but my deck spams out rank 4s so fast and can do 3 level 4s so easily that, you know, to be able to do something like One-Eyed Skull Gainer where, you know, your opponent can pull out, you know, something like a Big Eye and you can respond with One-Eyed Skull Gainer, yeah, that's awesome. Gemnite Pearl, you know, another great card for these kind of decks. Now, if you want to get a little crafty with it, I have been messing around with this idea of running some rank 5s in there. And this is just because, once again, my star drawing can go up to level 5. You can do some cool plays with Gaga. So if I was to do the rank 5 thing, and I'm not saying you can't, I'm just saying I'm not choosing to right now, but these are the 3 that I would be looking at using. Adreus Tears and number 12, Crimson Armor Shadow Ninja. Or Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja, rather. But I really wouldn't get too, if I was going to run rank 5s, I wouldn't get too into it because you really don't pull them off that much. Abyss Dweller, I don't have one here, but Abyss Dweller is also another one that's put in a lot of work, and but seriously, Shockmaster's the number one thing they like to go into. So, you know, you really can pull off a lot of combos with this deck. It combos out well, and you know, really the underrated guy is right here, and Leo is just broken. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little Heraldic Beast profile.